The deadly iron spear is right above the head, the sharp edge. Just a light touch and blood is immediately cut out. If this is drawn from the human head, the brain will immediately split in two. This is Japan's most terrifying quiz game. The rules of the game are simple. 3 players are tied on the platform to take turns answering questions. The topic is arbitrarily selected from the 26 letters on the screen. Each question corresponds to different points. If the answer is correct, the iron anchor will rise. If the answer is wrong, the iron anchor will fall. After all the questions are answered, if the player can still live, it is considered to pass, and you must answer the questions independently. If you prompt each other, it will be considered a violation. The first round of questions is answered by the glasses man. He chose the letter G. It's a reward question with 1 point. Ask which is the smallest county in Japan. This is a geography question that elementary school students will know. Unexpectedly, this academic dregs of glasses man actually got it wrong. The score of the drop zone is increased by 1. Next is Xiaoyu's turn to answer the question. He chose the letter G. The corresponding is a 2-point question. 鉛筆の HB。H はハード。B はブラックの頭文字だ。では、鉛筆の F。これは何の頭文字? This question can't stump Xiaoyu. He quickly gave the answer. F は、ハーブの頭文字。しっかりしたと意味。The answer is correct. The score of the rise zone is increased by 2. Then it's Away's turn to answer the question. He chose the letter S. The corresponding is also a 2-point question. Xiaoyu quickly found something wrong, because whether the answer is right or wrong, the distance between the iron anchor and them has not changed at all. And why should the score table separate the rise and fall? The host saw Xiaoyu's doubts with a wicked smile, then let the glasses man continue to choose the question. Glasses man chose the letter N, but this time there is no score displayed on it. Instead, it shows A. At this time, the host told the truth. It turns out that there are 6 anchor questions in these 26 questions. The previous accumulated scores will be executed through this anchor question. If the answer is correct, the iron anchor will execute the rising score. If the answer is wrong, it will execute the falling score. Just like now, although the rise zone is 4 points, the drop zone is only 1 point. But if this anchor question is wrong, the iron anchor will still drop by 1. So the anchor question is the key. So the question is, what is the pattern on the back of the 1,000 yen bill? This is too simple. After all, who doesn't touch money every day? Glasses man recalled the banknote and said the answer loudly. Here's that blue. Say it now. It's over. It's wrong again. The correct answer is Mount Fuji and cherry blossoms. The host was overjoyed. Immediately pressed the button, execute the falling score. But fortunately, it only dropped by 1. They are still safe for the time being. Then the second round of questions officially began. This is Japan's most terrifying quiz game. 3 men are tied to a platform and take turns answering questions. Once they answer incorrectly, the large iron anchor above their heads will descend. The game platform immediately becomes a guillotine. At this point, the game enters the second round. The host provides another new clue. The last question is also an anchor question. Upon hearing this, Xiaoyu's brain starts to spin rapidly. He believes that the organizer cannot set questions without any rules. There are a total of 6 anchor questions. Letters A and the previous N are both. Is it possible? All anchor questions. Just make up a word that contains these 2 letters. He glanced at the alphabet. Suddenly, he had an idea. N, G, H, O, R. It turns out, the name of this game is the key clue. So next, as long as Xiaoyu ensures that he draws these questions and answers correctly, they can win the game. However, how should this key information be let teammates know? Before Xiaoyu could think of a way, the second round of questions began. This time it started with Xiaoyu. In order not to let the host notice that he has found the correct answer, he deliberately chose the non-anchor question T. This is a 3-point question. Which number is different in 1357? Xiaoyu answered in a second. 1以外の数字は全て素数? The answer is correct. The score of the rise zone is increased by 3. Next is Away's turn to answer the question. Fortunately, he chose B, not an anchor question. Xiaoyu breathed a sigh of relief. This is a 4-point question. Ask what the pattern on the ramen bowl represents. In ancient Greece, what does it mean? Away looked confused. How would he know? The score of the drop zone is directly increased by 4. Next, the host lets Xiaoyu answer the question again. How many girlfriends does their boss have in total? Who can know such a perverted question? Xiaoyu directly gave up. The drop value is increased by 3 again. Then it was the turn of the academic Dreg's glasses man to answer the question. He hesitated between D and R. Xiaoyu was anxious. He was afraid that glasses man would choose the R question, so he deliberately insulted glasses man, saying that he is a stupid pig who can't do a single question and drags everyone down. The host saw them arguing, immediately excited. Then Xiaoyu took advantage of his inattention, gave glasses man a gesture. This time glasses man finally understood. This gesture means fox. Fox means lie. When you wanted to choose 2, Xiaoyu suddenly scolded him. It means that Xiaoyu is not really scolding him, but to remind him not to choose 2. The question of D came out. Sure enough, it's not an anchor question. Ask what day of the week is December 31st, 2018. After thinking for a while, this academic Dreg's glasses man once again lived up to expectations and got it wrong. The drop value is increased by 1. At this point, the drop value has accumulated to 8, and the rise value is only 3. But Xiaoyu is not worried. The next question, as long as he chooses the spear point question and answers correctly, they can escape a disaster. But I never expected. The host who should have turned to Xiaowei to answer the question changed his mind, actually let Awei answer, and coincidentally, Awei happened to choose the anchor question R. Please say the full name of the host. He doesn't know this question at all.